they were trying to do. But the other thing was, like, does he give them their swagger back? A little bit in matches like this, where even if they were the better team at multiple times against this OpTic team, they were still losing, Joe. The fact that they're, what, 1 in 10.
Yeah, I think early on in the CDL, like, there was this fear factor playing this Atlanta FaZe team.
Yeah.
Like, the year of Vanguard, it started to go away, and then last year, it's just like if we matched up against this team, whatever, especially for OpTic, did that go away? So I think you're hoping maybe for Drazah, he can bring this energy, this fire, little shit talk on the side of FaZe to get them locked in.
Yeah. I mean, he's one that's going to be fired up for this one, that's for sure. But it's Dashy and Kenny that are firing first, and Shotzzy right into the mix as well. It is all kills for OpTic Texas. They will get right into the point early on. Bit of a split spawn coming in now for Atlanta FaZe. You'll see on one side of it, you've got aBeZy. The other three looking to pounce.
Yeah, I thought maybe Kenny was going to watch that. Looked like maybe he was looking at it for a second to see if aBeZy did spawn there, but that's going to allow FaZe to get pushed up. Now put some pressure on the hill. But Fred is there finding almost all three. It's a little help for Kenny, but a nice start here for OpTic.
I think a good thing for OpTic too. One of their difficulties in some of these losses they've had in Search and Destroy and Hardpoint have been just coming out a little slow in some of these series, right? Like, they come out, they're not firing on all cylinders, they seem to be asleep. That's not going to happen here in a matchup like this.
The Vegas one, they started out 0-2, right? Miami Heretics, they get 3-0'd. It's all right. It's time to wake up early in these matches. Let's get locked in. And as you said, versus FaZe, I don't know, it just feels like they hit another level. Kenny, his first time on this Greenwall side versus FaZe team, starts off 5-0.
Yeah, Kenny is hitting. Shotzzy doing the same as he'll be 2 in a row. 4-1 start for him. 50-11 advantage so far. And the boys on OpTic are shooting. 7-1 now for Kenny, and they've got everything locked down. They're coming out firing on all cylinders. You're looking to maybe come alive a bit right now. If you were Atlanta FaZe, you look across that top right. 2-6, 2-4, 1-4, 2-5. You've got nothing to write home about. You are getting body slammed right now out the going as Pred shooting nukes.
Yeah, but a couple of big kills go down, and Drazah's going to spawn up opposite side of Palace on the right side of your mini-map. So that is key for Atlanta FaZe to get it set up at P3 and find a response, because there was a chance there. I believe one player of FaZe got through, forced them to spawn out, so they win a big one-on-one, flip this spawn. There was a chance they go down, I don't know, 130 to 10.
Yeah.
Right, depending on this P3 control, but they're able to get out of that Palace trap, and now they're on the hill.
Yeah, now a chance to swing back into this one like you're talking about. They're trying to deal with Cellium first and foremost. He's able to at least stay up and get a kill. They do clear out one that's sort of watching that A street. And that's going to allow them to start to push forward. Dashy wins a nutty gunfight against Drazah into the hard point. They'll get right in. The break comes in early. You do, I think Cellium's able to shoot one in the back, maybe set up a pinch and start to build here for Atlanta FaZe. But you get in fast if you're OpTic, you're regaining that lead.
I mean, props to Dashy here. He takes the first one-on-one near back gas, is able to win it, and then just waits. Kind of takes his time as he wins another gunfight on the hill. All the one-on-ones going his way, but then he waits for his teammates. Maybe to get pushed up, find kills, forces another one-on-one to lead to that break, and now an 80-point lead. Huge plays there out of Dashy.
Yes, rebuilding this lead is OpTic Texas. Now we get ready for our next hard point. This will be a key sequence. You think about 4 and then upcoming 5 at Palace. So you can maybe get this time if you're Atlanta FaZe, but then you've got a good chunk going OpTic's way. If they can continue to maintain these spawns on the left side of the map, but let's see what damage they can do towards the point as the tiny terrors get going on this hard point.
Yeah, obviously you're going to see the way OpTic's playing. They're going to play very conservative on the left side, especially with that 2-piece coming in from Simp. He's up to 3 in a row now. Has the rival, picks up an MCW, and you might just give up a full 60 to respond with the full 60 over at Palace, but they're going to have to lock this part of the map. FaZe know what they want to do. They're going to start to get pushed up as Simp now heating up 10-8. That is a ridiculous gunfight. That is why Palace can be so tough to break. aBeZy able to take down Shotzzy, but you can see we're still at P4. What does that mean? Simp, Cellium, or spawning across the map.
Yeah, and this is, you know, maybe old FaZe. You're thinking maybe they got a chance to break this, but breaking's not really been their strength so far this year. It's really been in the holds.
Yeah, it's not just that. It's also just this hill, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, well, 100%, 100%
doubt about it.
But they, I mean, sometimes in the past, they were able to break whatever they wanted. It's just whether or not they're going to be able to hold it. But it's OpTic with the advantage. Now looking to rally and rebuild this lead here at P5. To listen we go with OpTic Texas.
Yeah, we have your front hops. We have your front hops. What's on the ice cream? We have out. One jump and make it first guy. Yourself. What guy's patio? Patio 8.
Patio?
No, they're going to back that down, bro. more.
Yeah, alright, one at a time. One at a time.
Somebody play new.
I'm playing new.
I think once we cut. Court. ACD. We can fucking be the back door.
Yeah.
Back door. In here. I'm wrapping D+. I'm in with you, bro.
Yeah, draws it out.
Yeah. Oh, that. Nice. That's good. Let's go. Alright, sell on over.
Alright, one P3. Dude, watch it. Watch it. Leave blue.
I spawn out.
P3, step that. Let's get in.
Alright, I'm all right. I'm staying right then. I got P2. I have P2 cut.
Hey, I think he's back to one shot. He ran out.
He hit big cut, bro.
Hey, back to dead. One more beat up. He's TK.
Alright, I'm here.
Beat up dead.
They're core.
No one gas.
They're gonna be in American.
Deep left, BC.
The core, step.
The BC's deep left, guys.
Alright, back door fast. That's the first guy. He went mid-core. I'm on you, mid. One mid, one gas, bro. Nice job.
Left door, dead.
Nice, front door. Watch out, drop. In front door. I'm going new. Y'all got a hard play. That's out.
Yeah, we are.
Nice, I'm going in.
Further. Two going further. Yeah, one more there. Two further.
I need help.
Especially out
The
there.
Josh is one shot. He's going new. Dead.
Nice, I'm on.
Two road.
You push up again.
What's up the Dashy?
Abe's going front DVD.
Well, right as we head into listening, FaZe are able to get the break at Palace, which sometimes, yeah, they'll make things look easy, but you answer here if you're Texas, you're still maintaining a 40-point advantage.
Yeah, maybe my words a little bit. They're able to break on through. And then another one, right? But you heard in the listening, Kenny's like, I'm going to rotate early. You guys have to lock this down. They split the hill, and I think you take that winning this P2 setup. So FaZe, they do a good job fighting back into the game, dealing with that lead, but OpTic are still up 40 points. And now if you're FaZe kind of with this setup, you have to be thinking, how are OpTic going to probably try to close this out? You can get a ton of time here. FaZe are going to try to lock down P3, P4, but that Palace hill will always be in the back of their mind. It's like OpTic has done enough if we even go that far in the map.
You know, this map can obviously, a lot of AR is going to be pulled out, but like Kenny and Dashy right now, look at 16-11, 20-11. On the other side for the duo of like Drazah and Cellium, you're 9-16 and 9-15. So like that battle's certainly being won at range for Texas.
I mean, Dashy, I don't know what it is. This guy just...
He loves it.
He loves this matchup. He's loving it for a very long time. Yeah, setting the pace. 1 minute on the hill, 20-12. aBeZy gonna deal with one, but Pred there for two. And this could potentially, this is a big part of the game, right? FaZe are investing in this. They're able to get them off P2. Last time through, it was Dashy who broke this P3 setup.
Well, whenever you're within like a hard point of each other, it's like who's gonna make a mistake, right? Like as long as you can get within that lead within 50 to 60 seconds, and you're getting down to the wire like this, who might fumble? So far, so good. FaZe in this hard point itself. Just spotting for info. We hop out, take a look at the one fight inside. That'll be Drazah is able to clean that up, get trophy down for coverage, and you have about 30 seconds left on this. You'll have just about a tie game. You're just about 200 to 200 as we get deeper into this. The abeZy's popping with the pistol, getting away with 11 HP.
And this is exactly what FaZe needed to do. They dealt with the push. Shotzzy was able to get on that point, a quick trade, and now with 25 seconds or so, they have map control and they're already set up at P4. So if they're able to hold on to this first push, that's going to be all 4 dead. That is perfect for FaZe, exactly what they needed. You can see in the top right, everybody's starting to get going. You're all on a streak now. We're within 10 points. One player, though, Pred, gets a pretty solid spawn. Are they going to be ready for this? The one player on the hill is Cell. He's going to expect this gunfight. He's able to win it. I don't know if he hears him. Doesn't really matter. He wins that gunfight. Now we are tied up.
Yeah, Cell doing Cell things. Lead change now over to Atlanta FaZe. Remember that graphic we went into this, and those clutch scenarios, those tight ones in any mode. FaZe have been perfect on the year. It's looking like you might have another tight one here. Lead change back now to OpTic as they're able to get in. How long can they hold? FaZe are going to go ahead and be setting up for Palace, so they're like, all right, OpTic can't win it here. We can win it next.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was talking about, but the opposite. FaZe have done enough at P3 and P4. They flip the spawns, right? And they're saying, well, let's get to 242. We're going to set up at Palace and try to get this time and win the map.
And we'll see if they'll be able to do it. I mean, OpTic are have to do what FaZe did the first time through. They were able to get that break. It is possible. It is difficult, but it is possible. 5 seconds, and here we go. It's all going to come down to this Palace hold. All four players set up now for Atlanta FaZe. Cellium getting angles. It's on OpTic now spawning out deep to try and break, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, Pred was the only player pushed up, and he gets taken down. Your first push is 15 seconds into this hill. Stuns and nades are coming in. It looks like Shotzzy does get pushed up. Watch number 2. Somehow he has got around one player. Shotzzy doing Shotzzy things. Are they going to expect this? Is someone going to turn around? It does not matter. Does not matter. Shotzzy gets through, but someone turns. Someone turns. Maybe they hear something, but they have the instinct out of FaZe to catch Shotzzy. We're playing some hide and go seek. He is the last player here for OpTic. They're able to find him.
Just need 5 more seconds now to get the W. If you are FaZe, you're frantically flying. If you are OpTic Texas, it's FaZe that remain perfect in the clutch. And they get the 15-point victory here in map 1. Both teams had a shot to hold Palace. One failed, one succeeded. It's FaZe with the map 1 win.
Yeah, I mean, that break is massive right at the end of things. Really the end of, because they hold most of P4 right on that first rotation. And then, yeah, splitting P5 and P1 kind of kept FaZe into the game. Yeah. Doesn't allow it to get too ugly. Just always finding enough and then flipping those spawns for Palace control.
It's sort of in the story of their hardpoint so far this year, like doing just enough to be in it at the end. Then, I mean, their margin of victory has been so close. But what are you seeing statistically, Joe?
I mean, it's pretty darn close, right? Just like the game
They were battling, yeah.
No one really standing out. I mean, Simp at 25 leading the lobby. I think at one point, Dashy was like double positive, right?
He was 20 and like 11, I believe.
Yeah, so he finishes 23 and 20, really slowed down, just kind of being put in some of those traps. And that just can be invasion at times. You have to run at a giant wall with four headies.
Absolutely. But yeah, I think you just got what you wanted there. That, you know, you think about P4, you have it just long enough, right? You know, if you're FaZe, you just need to hold it long enough to make sure we can see another hard point. They do just that. They lose control, but then you're relying on what you've been strong at in this game. And for FaZe, different than a lot of the other titles, they've been very strong at holding. And they show it there. Shotzzy, though, I wasn't sure if it was a spawn or if he has got loose in that position. I was so focused just kind of on the gunfights.
No, he somehow got around.
Yeah, okay.
He got around the tank. I think it was Simp. Obviously him and Cellium, but maybe just the comms are, we're looking for Shotzzy, like turn around with Shotzzy. Maybe someone spots him, puts some shots in. But yeah, right around here, 190 to 140 over at this P2. And then FaZe just kind of get him off that hill. The P3 hold was much better for FaZe. Their first one again, Dashy broke it.
Yep.
And as you said, enough at P3 where they find the early time at P4, and then eventually when OpTic does break through, it doesn't matter.
Well, I think like you got the same thing kind of at P4 and P5. You got like a 4-down wipe right at the beginning. And the wipe right at the beginning of P4 was really all you needed to do to get enough time to extend this. And then P4, I think you said, or sorry, P5, you said it like 15 seconds are going to be off of this by the time they get their first push on it. So like you just got a full wave of kills at like the perfect time if you were FaZe over the last 2 hard points.
Yeah, your first push and you're hoping an 8 or something hits, but there's no way that it happens. Here's a look at the game flow. Yeah, you see that the largest lead 3 hills in, and then just FaZe kept it close enough, and then they pounce at the end.
An unbelievable map 1 there. I mean, if you're OpTic, if you've been guilty of coming out slow, you didn't hear, you came out shooting, and it is a nail biter there. You lose a tight one now, but get ready for invasion, search and destroy. And I mean, for search and destroy for FaZe has been solid on the year.
Solid, yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yeah, they've been one of the better teams, not the best team when it comes to search and destroy. OpTic, that's kind of where the holds have been. It was around 11 losses you had early on, and still when some of the question marks have been for OpTic.
Yeah, I mean, a very solid respawn team, right? You know, you heard the Des talk about they think the best hardpoint team, but you know, control's been solid. But search and destroy a little bit shaky here and there, but. Yeah, I think coming into this series, I gave the advantage maybe to OpTic's hardpoint, FaZe's search and destroy.
Yep. So now we'll see. Now it flips on its head a little bit though, because you think about that map 1 when, I mean, Crotchy is what the bread and butter of FaZe. That's going to come in the map 4. So that's one you're hoping you get maybe if you're OpTic. Now we look forward to the search and destroy. We're going to talk a little bit about the attack breakdown. Joe, take me through it.
I mean, both pretty similar, right? Couple of round differential, win percentage is right there. I guess the one thing, the opening duel percentage for OpTic's been a little bit better than FaZe's. Then rounds with plants, I mean, 38%, not the best, but you never know what those round scenarios are, where almost Yeah, above 50% for OpTic. So when they get that bomb down, they take advantage
Well, I
of it.
think on attack, yeah, they've both been solid. It's just the defense, I believe, is where OpTic has really, really struggled, right? Like, defensively on these search and destroys. And that's where it's going to be real tough, too, against a team like FaZe who can pick you apart with the looks they can throw at you in offense. But we get ready now for a map 2 search and destroy. A wild opening game there to start us off with a hard point. We have more magic. Take me all the way here for this final series before we get ready to travel to Boston for Major I. This is the last day of the qualifiers. For those watching at home, thank you, whether it's here or on Scumpy's couch.
And now FaZe, what, 2-0 on this map, OpTic 1-1, so both with some reps, both with some success. But early nades, not gonna find anything. Well, it's a 2A, 2B setup here for FaZe, and OpTic just playing it slow to start.
You know, this is a map where Simp can get going. Like, he was what, that early ace, which is kind of like the play of qualifier 1. It was so early. It's like day 1 to really start off the league. He's had some flashy ones here, but OpTic, I mean, they've had success here. We saw against like Legion, and they had the loss here versus Heretics. Like, they looked really good against Legion on this. That was the map 5, right? Like, they were picking them apart. Big damage done by the nade, and then damage done through the gunfire. It's Simp. Draws up for that first blood to give them the 4-on-3 early. Just 35 seconds now to work offensively.
And that's just info, right? They know that Drazah is behind. They don't know where Simp is. Now they do after he finds the first blood. And then aBeZy on the rotate. So first blood, man advantage for FaZe turns into a 2 versus 3. You're looking at Drazah and Cell to clutch on up.
And it looks like they're thinking about maybe wrapping this out. We'll go back and forth with the bomb carrier. They're not going to wrap this on over towards A. Got plenty of time to get this down. Drazah just maybe trying to win his one. See if he can get the angle. Cellium repositioning as well. He's going to get the info. He's going to drop. That is a hell of a round win for Texas because you get that first blood from Simp. Then you just pick them apart if you're OpTic Texas. And that's, I mean, one of the things there too is you got to play it a little different if you're FaZe. You don't have the trophies early on, right? You're just trying to dodge everything. I think right as you say, they're not sure where Simp is. He just gets picked, like, right after.
Well, yeah, just early in the round. That's when he finds the first blood.
Yeah.
He saw Drazah, and then after that, yeah, they're able to find the angle. But I'll tell you what, it is. I'm sure they're keeping count, Kenny and Drazah, just their 1v1s, right? I mean, best friends. They won a world championship together.
That photo, Drazah.
Now they are just a part of this rivalry.
The photo Drazah was so good, bro. Did you see it? This is like him like looking back at Kenny. Oh, it's a great photo. But yeah, I'm sure they're looking forward to battling. But Drazah's POV for now. Well,
now it's
Kenny.
1-1.
Yeah, 1-1 it is. As Kenny just gets lined up. It's an awkward one. It's Shotzzy about lands on someone's forehead. aBeZy then takes his fight.
Tell you what, I think if aBeZy doesn't have a rival there, Shotzzy might find that kill. So
yeah.
Beautiful snap out of aBeZy, and that's just what he does in those sort of scenarios. But now a 1-on-2 for Dashy.
Not quite able to get gun up in time to take that fight, so FaZe will quickly answer back. We'll go to 1-1. As you're on point with your Kenny draws tracker.
I was just thinking about the last round. They were just having this long 1v1 on that street, just on these crazy headies, just back and forth.
That made me think of like Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers with Legolas and Gimli, and there's like the best pals counting how many like orcs they killed, dude.
Yeah.
I always love that.
Except they are on the same team.
Yeah, a little different, but
no.
that's what made me think of for whatever reason. I don't know. Fantastic film, man. Round 3 now underway. Similar opening here from OpTic. Drazah is going to get right back to his tractor.
In Simp, number 7, he's going to be kind of that rotating player, right? Is he going to double up B? Is he going to play mid alley? Is he going to play B dom? He's the one that kind of gets active, as you said, just early on in those plays.
He just finds openings, finds timings, can have some insane plays, but sometimes against OpTic, take all that out of it because they can't do a thing versus him. But so far, so good. Simp, another first blood. I mean, on defense, he's been good from that. This time, he's able to take down 2. Wondrous stuff there from Simp. He gets the kill. I thought the trade was going to come in right after that from aBeZy, maybe. He couldn't quite get the angle in time. You've got a 3-on-2. Simp making his presence known in the early going. Yeah,
I think he gets some help from aBeZy on that second kill. And aBeZy just doesn't want to get caught, so he's going to back on down. But Shotzzy kind of on the chase for a moment. He's going to go courtyard and now it's just a question of 25 seconds left. Where does Bomb want to go? And, well, it's just going to be down B-Dom.
That's Kenny on the Drazah, 2-1. As he's able to get the pick, but yeah, not a lot of time to work with. Can Kenny make something out of nothing? And they've got eyes on it. Good luck with that one as Cell is posted up back palace wall.
Yeah, nothing you could do. Couldn't do anything about it in like MW2. Can't do much about it now.
A decade later. You can see how easy this looks from Cell's POV. As they'll take the 2-1 edge. And that's what? That's all 3 first bloods down to FaZe, right? Mm-hmm. You're able to clutch up in the 3v4 in that first round if you are Texas. But if you're going to win this, more than likely, you're going to need to get some first bloods going. And Cell, maybe start to build towards a streak. Ways to go still, but he's on 4 in a row. Dashy, who can be such a search and destroy expert, yet to get going, sitting at 0-3.
Here's a different look here for OpTic. You have Kenny and Shotzzy go right through middle courtyard towards the alley. To get aggressive up that B Street, trophy down, and Shotzzy's already in a great spot here. So a lot of B Street control, and Kenny's like, all right, you're here. I'll try to find some different angles for you. And well, he tried to weaken up Simp, but Simp was ready for that. And just all headshots. That was insane.
Where did Shotzzy go? Got sent to another round.
And then I would just happen to aBeZy.
But yeah, bro. The headshots are flowing. A couple of Titans battling it out right now. And when these guys are hitting and they're straight headies, adios.
I mean, props to Simp to just be ready for that gunfight.
It seemed like he was like backing down and calming and then just dead. And then a beautiful one from Dashy. But in this 3v3, we now go through fire and flame and smoke. Simp hits some shots, but just barely staying up. Pred able to get 2. Now it's just going to be on Cellium. 18 HP and a dream. 20 seconds to go, and he's still got 2 players to kill. Going to be so hard to do, and he's on 5 in a row. So I know streaks are kind of meh in this, but
right now,
yeah, it's not a lot of time.
Yeah, but he's going to play for it. I mean, no reason not to. Have the S utility. Such a tough position.
If you had 45 seconds to work with or something, sure, go for it. But
props to Pred. I mean, obviously you have the rival, the advantage in that situation, but they have the info, able to find 2 kills and give his team the round.
Yeah, Simp comes out, bopping all comp for that pistol, just gets laid out. It's the rival. It can be the God gun. It was a back and forth affair. So many lead changes in that map. 1. Here we go, and search and destroy. Now to 2-2. Selman maintained that streak of 5 in a row. His shots through for info. aBeZy, his shots through for a kill.
Yeah, I mean, quickly, just right up through Cafe, finds an angle, and is like, peace, I'm out. Gets the first blood, as you said, so another one for FaZe. So when next to a dumpster, it's a fly in your ear.
I was like, does someone have gas, Joe?
When we're casting, I don't know what it is with the headsets or the game. I hear everything.
Yeah.
I hear rats scurry on the floor. I got dogs barking. I mean, I got flies in your trash cans. I don't know.
I thought someone was hiding near aBeZy and farted. I'm going to be honest with you. It's like, what is that sound? All right, well, whew. Shotzzy comes flying out. aBeZy will get another one in the round.
Cell just throwing another stun just in case there's a second one to help his teammate out, but it's been all aBeZy. It stays that way, looking for the ace. If he doesn't find the ace, he has done enough in the round. And FaZe now back.
Did he get the last one?
I think he did. He was on the pinch.
I think he might have got the ace. I didn't see which name popped up at the tail end of it.
It sure
we'll
was
him.
him.
Time.
It was
ace
him.
for aBeZy. I mean, starts with the first blood. Gets the early pick in that round. Then he's put people on skates with doors. aBeZy with a brilliant ace. Puts the edge back to Atlanta FaZe.
I like that little smirk when he does something well. It's not a full smile because he's got to be like, yeah, I'm still locked and I look cool, but it's a little smirk.
Yeah, no, it is. You're still on his 5 streak.
Well, he's the A Street guy. You know, we hang out there for a while.
Yeah. Shotzzy. Maybe the first engagement. FaZe
aggressive again.
So strong with those first bloods, though.
You see the way he's playing. He's not going to peek anything right now after what happened to his face in the last one on defense. Trying to find anything that he can catch a timing. Just going to back away for now.
Well, see, he's tucked in the corner. About half the time is milked off of this round. You're gonna have to start moving up if you are.
I think Drazah spots him.
Yeah, yep, sure did. They're going. They get the info, they fly. Kenny is at 20 HP. Drazah may have been just as weak, or it was a damage to Simp actually. But now they move up, they get control of the site. aBeZy's just gonna go ahead and tuck himself in a corner. I wish he had a rival out in this scenario.
And Simp's very weak on that cross, so not able to plant for now, but now ready for aBeZy. Drazah with another one. And I was gonna say, the problem with Kenny getting back down there, they just push up the street quickly. There's no info on if they cross to the site. And that was aBeZy who got pushed up, not able to, well, able to find Simp later on, but bomb planted. Impossible situation for Dashy.
I mean, who gets it? Like Drazah will get it. So you got 5 or 6 in a row now on Cell and aBeZy. At least I believe that's the case. I don't think either's died.
And that's just one of those rounds where it's a bit of a gamble, right? Getting Shotzzy in the broken a couple of rounds, it just has not paid off. Yeah, obviously it's really tough timings, but he's got to find one.
You're kind of hoping once you get spotted, like you're all gun up and frying somebody. It was just kind of like when he first got spotted, a little bit awkward. He wasn't gun up, couldn't shoot the guy. Then they ascended at him. But yeah, you're still hoping with the rival there, he can get Drazah. Because even with the pistol coming around the corner, you got a chance. You still got a chance to shotgun him. But yeah, once his position's known, I mean, good luck. They're flying at you. But 5 in a row for aBeZy, 5 in a row for Cell. Any adjustments you make right now if you're OpTic Texas? There's some...
Yeah, first bloods.
They've needed them. They have. Simp, who was kind of leading the way in that regard early. He's now 4 and 6, but it's been a while since Cell and aBeZy drop. aBeZy will fall there. Shotzzy with the kill.
Fred's got my answer. He had the first blood, now just staying alive, dancing while his teammates planting the bomb. I think it's a much-needed offensive round. Well, really, if I'm OpTic, it's kind of just adjusting our defenses here a bit now. Maybe just switching it up, B Street, playing a little bit more passive, but Cell not done with this yet. 1 versus 2.
He's got a little more time to work with this time. He's already got his streak, so might as well take a crack at this. Wants to take one at range. He's got info, I think, on both players. He sees the door open. Just keeps giving Kenny haircuts, trying to set this one up. Wins another. God, he read it perfectly. Thought maybe we'll get the slide there. It's like get behind the motorcycle or the half wall and just be safe. But yo, Cell has had some nutty like 1v4s in his career. Just can't quite get. He gets like behind the motorcycle tree combo there for a second. Maybe he's all right.
Well, the problem is too is those shots on a Kenny are like wall bangs, right? They're
yeah.
You know, they're through a pillar, they're through a trash can, whatever it is. That just allows Kenny to back down a bit.
He's doing such a good job to back him down, though. Like you say, he played that really well. But great job by OpTic's making sure it wouldn't slip away, because that would have been the dagger. I mean, you lose that. That is the ultimate dagger, maybe in this series. But you're able to close it out.
Again, if you're gonna opt for this, right, it's gotta pay off. And another first blood. There is Pred, though, so it's not just Shotzzy. Pred gets involved, and he's able to back away to make this a 3v3.
And you've got everybody stacked up here defensively towards B. They'll start to fan out a bit. They set up the triangle around B. Looking for info A street. That'll be Cell, so he's gonna probably soon realize nobody's home. But watching kind of through the mid-cross will be Dashy, and we just sort of pause for a second as the teams feel each other out.
Yeah, it's a tough spot for Pred too, just, as time goes on, that's obviously a very common spot. You're just hoping he gets 1, maybe 2. We'll see if FaZe even OpTic go for me. It looks like that's gonna be the play call, because he has no help, right? Pred is all by his lonesome. It's kind of just down to him. But maybe someone will rotate over soon. They're not seeing much middle of the map. Smoke gonna go down. That's gonna give them the heads up. What does Pred find? Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. You find Simp's pistol in his rear. 3v2. Now for FaZe, 12 seconds to go. Creeks open the door, but Simp just barely staying alive. Cellium will win his one-on-one with Dashy. Shotzzy able to get the kill, but now It'd be a 1 versus 3. Still 2 players to go against Drazah and Cellium to take out. 30 seconds to go. Sometimes the map is his wonderland. Can he find an opening? The Shotzzy goes for it. No opening there. Another round win for Atlanta FaZe.
No, you aren't wrong. The other night, I was literally watching him, Pred and Dashy play hide and go seek, and it was hilarious. Because Shotzzy just was like showing Dashy all these nerd spots, all these nerd angles. He's like, "Come and find me, dude. Come and find me." Like, and Dashy's like, "Bro, I don't know where you are." It was honestly awesome. It was
great.
awesome. So you're not wrong. He thinks about the game a little bit differently as we have known, but not able to clutch in that scenario.
Yeah, no, he just looks like, I don't know. He like just spawns in the map himself, dude. He just like, it's great. Always seems more comfortable than even like other professionals. Like it's nuts. Guy's brain's is different. But one more round needed now for FaZe. Cellium's led the way. He's at 10-2. You still have, what, a streak in the back pocket, I believe, to work with as well. We'll see if that even comes into play or they're able to close this one out. But if you're going to keep this going, you got to get an offensive round win. Now, if you are OpTic, where's the opening come from?
It's the first time you're finally seeing some B aggression out of Simp. For the most part, it's been middle of the map, around the alleyway, doubling up B. Trying to stay away from this, but it looks like it's going to be an A hit here for OpTic. Door not open yet, but aBeZy is going to hear it. Readjust. Cellium's going to help him out. Now half the round. Off the clock. Bomb is down, but Kenny does find Simp.
You got numbers here for your FaZe. You can close this out, and while you're closer to doing now, it's going to be all on Kenny. As he tries to reposition. The only thing keeping him from an 0-2 hole right now is maybe the playmaking ability of Kenny, and he's been spotted on the cross, making things even tougher. No input towards B. Drazah spots him. Tally one more up for Drazah. Tally one more up for Atlanta FaZe. They will go up 2-0 in this one. Not too shocking there. They've been the better search and destroy team so far this year. They handle business in search. OpTic, though, also no strangers to those reverse sweeps. They've had to do it before.
No, 100%. I think the difference just looking throughout that map, I mean, to me, it's just the offenses for FaZe. Just finding Shotzzy B Street, dealing with those players. It just feels like that gamble rarely pays off, and they went for it multiple times in a row. But looking at our scoreboard here.
Well, you say the offense for FaZe, but also you can say the defensive woes of OpTic. I mean, that's where they've struggled.
No, 100%. But 11-2 for Cellium, 2,100 damage. He was alive, playing for that streak so many times ago. But really, first bloods as well. You see it, just the FaZe boys, they got a lot of them.
Yeah.
7-2?
7-2. You get 2 from Pred, but outside of that, it's all FaZe. It's going to be difficult to win search and destroys when you're getting outclassed in the early going like that, especially. I mean, I was going to say, title to fight looking very bit, but not really. I mean, you're getting first bloods in search. You're going to find an advantage. We've got high-rise control. That will be coming up next, but it has been all FaZe thus far, and they're looking strong.
No, they are. And honestly, this was like kind of a map set where both of these teams don't have a ton of reps. Like, I think for OpTic, they were like 1-2 on the hard points, like 1-on-1 invasion, or right around 2-2. Like, they haven't played some of these maps very often. High-rise control is sort of the same way. Like, I think they both played it once. So,
yeah, no, I think that's right.
Obviously, when you're playing some of the top teams, your map pool is going to be tested.
Absolutely, but as it stands, it's a hard point victory and a search victory for FaZe. You are up 2-0, but I mean, the hard point's tight. It's a 15-point game. OpTic Texas known to be the best respawn team in the game. Can they fire back in the map 3? Can they make this a series? Can they push it to a 4? Can they push it to a 5? We'll find out. We're headed to a quick break. Control up right after.
The Call of Duty Week is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
The Painted Alebrije bundle is available now in the Call of Duty store. Inspired by the folk art of Oaxaca, this stunning bundle offers colorful, vibrant, and mythical items you gotta check out.
Don't miss out on all the action at the first Call of Duty League Major, hosted by the Boston Breach, this January 25th to the 28th at the MGM Music Hall at Fenway in Boston. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to callofdutyleague.com for more info.
Hello and welcome back. We get right back to it. FaZe up 2-0. Looking to close this thing out with the swiftness here in the map 3 control for OpTic Texas. You have owned this matchup when you talk about the organizations over the last 2 years. You are 10-1 against this FaZe org. You are looking to fire back down, maybe push this series the distance. It starts here, Joe.
Yeah, it does. And again, they've been in this spot before. Just saw it, with their match versus Legion down 0-2. Started getting going with the control, and we'll see if they can turn around. I mean, they've had chances in both maps, but FaZe, with that clutch factor, able to be up 2-0.
That's been one of the things that stood out the most for me so far at FaZe. Just every time it seems to be close, they pull something out. But right into this map 3 we go. As they take the low route, the tiny tears. Try to get through underneath, one in behind. Simp's able to take that. Shotzzy still lurking up above at the gas tank.
Now, both teams 1-0 on this map. Only put it one time, just, usually you see a little bit more Karachi, more invasion.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've only cast this a handful of times, honestly.
I think just like once.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, it's one of those things where you're going to start to see it more and more with the major coming up.
True.
Right? There's going to be teams better at Karachi, teams better at invasion, different play styles, and that's where that third map comes into play. Like it does year after year, and you really start to test that map pool. Test those vetoes out, as we're doing right now.
You get that first tick of progress done at B. Pred just getting the clearance on that little bit you had towards the second bit. Shotzzy making the map his jungle gym, but aBeZy clotheslines as he's mid-climb, and aBeZy jokes Dashy. That's just what the pistol is with no attachments, is he just fries him.
Yeah, only mobility attachments on that Renetti, and yeah, that's kind of the difference. I think maybe miss a couple bullets maybe on a burst, or one, and that's just the way it is with burst weapons, but yeah. aBeZy sometimes just hit those snaps, but the defense so far very strong here for OpTic. Only one tick given up. For FaZe, it's obviously tough early, right? I mean, especially without trophies on these points early on. We know high rise. Now you're able to get one down. Drazah is starting to work this point.
They're able to spot him, get back onto it. 3 through 4 OpTic. That'll be all 4. So this should at least be a minute extension onto this. Is they'll get the clearance and see if they can get anyone positioned to maybe get some spawn kills. I don't think they're going to get anyone forward quite yet. You've got kind of the cross angle into the spawn if you are number 7. That will be Simp, who is top heli, kind of looking through, trying to get eyes into those office windows.
I think they just had to worry about the point, right? Just with the time.
Yeah.
Only one trophy. If a nade hits, the potential round is over. So, yeah, had to lock that down. Now they're going to get aggressive. Cellium and aBeZy looking for number 6. Trying to find that cruise. Shotzzy trying to get on the underground. Goes for the snap. Hits a couple of bullets on the Pred. But while that's happening, it's an 8 life advantage OpTic only 7 remaining with a minute to go, and this is not looking good here in defense round number 1.
I swear before they got B, there was like a couple life difference. It was like 2 or something, and it just changed so fast. No respawns remaining for OpTic Texas. Pred, Dashy, I mean, they're making the best of this with no lives really remaining. The problem is you still have a minute to work with. If there was less time, I think here we go. Monumental effort, but don't count them out of it yet. That's what, 5 straight kills they've been able to get just with these lives. But now Dashy has been ripped out of it. You're on the point. aBeZy's finding picks as they're going hunting for the final couple of players. Only going to be 1 remaining, and that's going to be Shotzzy over the top. Once they take him out of it, that will do it. So what was a really great OpTic defense, there's just this stretch from basically once you get control of the points into the transition and next, where like, I don't know, you go like 10 for 1 or something. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was dominant.
I mean, early in these rounds, right, you start the map off, you don't have the field upgrades. Getting a point is just hard. Stuns Aids are hitting. As soon as a couple of kills start to go your way, then you get on that point of trophies down, and you just saw the difference that it makes. And yeah, just map control went over to FaZe, and they just never allowed OpTic out of their base there for a moment.
And that's what can be kind of neat about this map, just a sense of like, it can flip
Both
on its
sides.
head in a second because either side can just sort of get you locked in, right? And you saw FaZe start to do that, and aBeZy really pops off. He had, what, 5 or 6 in a row? He starts 12 and 6.
Doing it with a rival, because I mean, we've seen it where, in Search especially, high rise can be difficult. You'd be put in a blender, but he is thriving right now at this moment.
It was a real valiant effort too by OpTic's final 4. Like your last spawn, like they made it interesting for a sec there. You brought it from what, like 4 to 14 or something like that, down to 4 to 9, 4 to 8. Like you really started to make a rally, but it was just too much to ask for. Once that first domino kind of fell, everybody started to fall behind it.
What the heck was that shot from Dashy onto aBeZy, now onto Simp?
My guy's twisted.
Sometimes this guy, his name is, yeah, we've all heard it before. Just so darn good.
Just doesn't miss, man. It's like, I mean, these guys got magnetic bullets, I swear.
Oh boy, here we go again. But still not one take done. FaZe able to fight on back, but now Dashy and Pred right back to it.
First bit of progress there is done. aBeZy and Drazah though, able to get kills. Try to clear them off the point. Dashy and Shotzzy will answer. Things are just exploding. Drazah will take Simp out of that one, as he'll get back to respawn.
Some of the community's gonna have to like keep a counter on all those. The amount of explosions on high rise.
Just everything, man. Everything can blow up. So similar to what we saw for FaZe, you don't have a ton of time left. You've got to go ahead and get B. And it looks like OpTic are going to do that, but this is where like FaZe kind of shifted into another gear and really started to get those kills flowing. This is a chance here for OpTic to do the same. You get some kills right as the point's going to get done. Yep. You take out 3 players, you should be able to transition us across, and now maybe get FaZe on lock a bit. A really great opportunity here for really a deja vu type of round.
Yeah, Cellium was going on a pinch, but it's the opening kills, right? aBeZy jumps in, just checks the wrong corner. The rest of OpTic just able to find kills middle of the map, and Shotzzy getting pushed forward. Now Pred and Kenny off spawn are there to help him. Right now, no trophy on the point that I could see. So Cellium and Drazah behind the stuns, behind the nades, gonna clean it up, but at least you find 1 tick, and in the lives 11 to 10. So some time to work with here for OpTic. Yeah, very similar to round 1.
The reason I think high rise can be a lot of fun, even though we haven't cast so much of it, is just because it comes down to lives more than like the other ones. And that just be fun, you know, because it turns into an S&D round all of a sudden, which is there is ample opportunity for it to happen here. You've got 50 seconds remaining. We're 10 to 8. Dashy back trying to stop this clock and making it more like TDM again. 6 lives remain now for FaZe. Through in the backside, Dashy hitting the melees. And a nice little chow out. Dashy is in a form right now. 6 versus 4 now. No respawns remaining for Atlanta FaZe. The clock still ticking. And Pred just snaps out. Rips aBeZy out of this one. Simp able to win that fight, barely staying up. He's going to be weak though. Shotzzy's close, should be able to get that kill, and now it's just on Cellium. We'll see you later. OpTic answer, tied up 1-1.
I don't know if like Pred gets a cam there or a teammate sees him, but he literally was like, I know exactly where you're at,
He was
son.
Real confident on that slide out and shout,
yeah,
right?
I know exactly where you're at. You're mine.
Yeah.
Then Shotzzy, I mean, back-to-back lives with the climb up. Again, just, I would never do that, and he just does it back-to-back rounds on the pinch. Able to find 2 kills.
Spider Shotzzy.
Spider Shotzzy.
Round 3 now. as OpTic try to claw back into this one and get us to a map 4. I mean, Dashy has been shooting. I know he's 13 and 13, but he has 7 objective kills. He just got some kills in some big clutch scenarios, and just some kills that he has no right getting sometimes. Like, it's just impressive stuff. Speaking of Dashy, he opens things up by taking out Simp.
And I'm sure, like, off camera, right, you know, his teammates are helping him get some shots in, but it looks real good from his point of view, let me tell you. On the other side, it's really aBeZy leading the way. And doing it a little bit differently with that rival, just kind of roaming underground, getting in those front windows, just being so annoying to deal with.
Fred trying to get up the ladder, but Cellium's got the angle in from behind. You're taking a pretty...
Got 3 on it. Just going quick.
Pretty nice little advantage here in the lives department too. You're up 4, you get this really, really clean, you stack it, you get that point done, and now you got a lot of time to work with. But getting in behind enemy lines or trying to will be Shotzzy. So Shotzzy, look at that number 2. He spotted aBeZy, spawns up just the other side of the office and gets an angle.
But a lot of the times on this map, that one player may be on the opposite side of the map where everything's happening. You just need them to find a kill and allow your teammates to kind of just get out of the base, right? Just stagger the push, have the enemy just turn around. It was Simp in the last round. It just didn't work out very often. Shotzzy trying to do it this time, but that is going to be 3 dead, all 4 dead. Now you have Drazah front and windows, the classic high-rise spawn trap.
Yeah, they've got him in the trap, and they're trying to get out of this, but you got to do it soon. 5 in a row for Cell. You're about to get your 2nd bit of progress there. That'll go through. His Simp is still hitting, trying to pre-fire, maybe a player pushing as well. aBeZy's still up to the window, and you're just in the blender right now if you are OpTic Texas. Finally getting out of it now, but you still have 90 seconds to go. 7 life advantage for FaZe. That little sequence there, it again is like that sequence from when they get B and that little period after where they've just had a solid 30-40 seconds where they can get a big advantage over OpTic.
Yeah, because I mean, you got to think about it, right? When you're doing that transition, if you're capturing B, you probably have map control. So you have map control, the defense is going to be in their base. True. That's going to lead to some more kills, some more objective work over towards A as they try to get on out. Still 7 life advantage here for FaZe. Just trying to hunt down the rest of the OpTic members and go up 2-1.
We do have some really good variety, like in our control maps, just how they play. Like, you think how different Invasion, Karachi, and High-Res are, or how they play. Like, it's wildly different.
Yeah, it's all just kind of, just different play styles, comfort zones.
Just like your win condition, honestly, on some of them just seems so different. As this one, once again, lives are going to be big stories. You have no respawns remaining now for OpTic. Dashy cannot spawn up again. It's on Kenny, Shotzzy, and Preb with 30 seconds to go. Is you just kind of choke them out again if you're FaZe on offense.
I think this is just more repetitions throughout the year because early on, I think Hydra's defense was just so strong. Maybe teams didn't want to opt for it. You just get put in a spawn trap, but we're seeing as time goes on, teams know how to deal with it, how to get out of it, and really just do the same exact thing to the defensive.
I think that's more it. In fact, you can do it on both sides of it. Like, you really can. And I think that kind of works towards like how FaZe want to play Karachi sometimes. Like, you know, we were talking yesterday about how like they don't get that junk spawn and just kind of hit it like we saw like Heretics do. They sort of almost play it like they do this, like just wanting to get that perfect setup and then lock you in. And on this map, once they get you locked in, yeah, good luck, because suddenly you're down 10 lives.
It's taking me back to Al-Bagra Fortress. Sorry to bring that up.
Shut up.
Nightmares. Anyways, looks like we had a timeout coming in, so we'll try to get that all figured out and update you when we can. But just looking at maybe the scoreboard, a lot we're going to look at their great photos.
Handsome guys.
There we go.
Now the scoreboard.
Well, aBeZy leading the way, him and Cellium. Cellium really stepping up on the other side. Kenny, I mean, this is a map we've seen him just completely take over and go off, but 17 and 27 at the moment. Yeah,
I think that was, when you start that reverse sweep against Paris Legion, he had a monster.
Vegas Legion.
What did I say, Paris?
Yeah.
I still, it's in my head sometimes. Vegas Legion. Thank you, Joe. He had a monster one.
No, I'm proud of us that we haven't said London Royal Ravens yet.
Yeah.
It hasn't come up yet.
I'm not sure if this is like a controller issue, internet issue, hopefully no like power out or anything like that. Drazah's got 5 in a row to carry into this as we take a look at the classic arcade. Yeah, we can kind of Just seeing maybe what's going on with the players. As they chat through stuff.
What's your favorite arcade game?
The one that I probably had the most memory of playing was at this, I think it was at a Round Table Pizza place growing up in Cali. And it was that, I think it was the X-Men game. That was, I remember playing as Nightcrawler. It was so hard. That's what I remember as a kid.
Yeah, I was a big Buck Hunter guy, you know?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, you see that?
Big Daddy Joe, the Buck Hunter.
Never in my life.
I just turned around and saw Chris Puckett's belly button. Didn't expect to see that. Thanks, Chris.
Time out in a show. Is that someone's cat? That is? That's a cat.
What is going on in this office?
Well, you and I are looking at this, and that's not what's being shown on broadcast.
Oh, yeah, we're looking at the wrong TV. Sorry, we got multiple here. Yeah, we should probably turn and look at this one. We're seeing Drazah. Joe and I were getting a tour of the map and look at somebody's cat. That was actually way more interesting. How long can the timeouts be? Are we here forever? Are we cursed today with like what went on with the first match?
You said today such a smooth day. You said that.
I just had a feeling it was going to be a smooth day, bro.
Well, it hasn't been.
No, it has not been. Our first match took 3 hours.
And we'll get you an update when we have one. Nothing at the moment. But it sounds like we're looking to maybe like a server/ping issue. We'll give you more info when we can. Just know that Maven and I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. We appreciate you all very much. Thanks for tuning in.
I love each and every one of you the same amount.
Absolutely.
I love you all.
He really does.
I root for you all to have a great day every day.
We appreciate you tuning in. Next week, we got the first major of the year. Going to Boston, but if you're just tuning in, we're going to take a look at the maps and the modes so far this series. Is FaZe a 15-point hardpoint game 1 win. They win both invasions, and now we're on High Rise, where they are up to one round away from winning the map and the match. But if this does go to a game 4, we'll head over to Karachi Hardpoint, and if that happens to go OpTic's way, we'll come back to High Rise for a little search and destroy.
A ping issue in OpTic versus FaZe? You don't say.
I don't.
Isn't that why they didn't scrim for you? Never mind.
I have no idea. I'm just here for a good time. And that's what we do.
And also a long time.
Yeah, no.
Players just trying to stay locked. It looks like we're going to get back into it soon, or that's what we're hearing. Timer's starting to go. As we get ready to go, we should be back into it. Here we go. Sorry about the delay, but now we go again.
Yeah, maybe one was like fluctuating. You know how that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Smooths on out, and good start there for OpTic. Dashy with a kill. Cellium gonna take out his teammate, but immediate response.
Pred hitting beams. When he gets to this spot, he hasn't been missing. That slide out and shot was still absurd looking. Like I was like, you know he's not walling, but for a second I'm like, this guy walling? Like the way he chowed that out.
I mean, even just that one right there on a Drazah. Drazah turns the corner, has to deal with big Pred, and Pred takes him down. Trades all over the map. Nobody really with control. That is just the talent of both of these squads.
Well, Pred will get up the top heli, see if he can feast a bit. He will take one out. Here's one below, or gets the call out. That's a nice little rally here from OpTic. It'll take a 3-life advantage. In B, bit of progress done there as well. That's starting to cruise. You got 1 tick done at A. B is flying now as you've got 3 players on it. Streak gonna come in, clear them off the point for a second, and then they'll get right back onto it.
And I think he just puts it right outside the door, so he doesn't find a kill onto Kenny. So Kenny's able to stay alive. The rest of OpTic are up because there was no trophies down. That's why they all scurried away. Now there's one down. B is done. So the crew's out of the hands of FaZe.
You just need 2 ticks down to push this to around 5, and Pred continues to shoot 4 in a row for him, 28 and 21. Shotzzy now looking for an angle, maybe to get up close and personal, and Cell, of course, there with the read. Up close and personal is the Slate King. Looks to get his kills, trying to get things going. He's 21 and 30, not been the best map 3 here from Kenny. Is now FaZe starting to push out a bit. Lives-wise, they've managed to keep it close. They haven't gone to that hole where we've seen OpTic really start to struggle, but it's starting to build.
Yeah, Dan, it's just like when you're down 5, 6 lives and they start getting on this objective the way they're doing it, all the offensive team wants to do is trade, right? Because with that life advantage, you're going to win out on the round every single time. The second hit comes in, forcing FaZe out, but now you get, what, 3-4 dead? Can they get any further pushed up? Find some power position. Cell now trying to stay alive, and now it's a 1 life advantage here for OpTic.
I think you kind of nailed it. Like, it's just, yes, trade, but then there wasn't the trade, right? Then you get 3 in a row if you're FaZe. Now you get to push out a little bit. So now maybe you got a chance in this round where it looked like OpTic had you locked up. You give people like Cell a little bit of freedom to get out. He's 32 and 18, by the way. Cell is having himself a map 3. He's on 3 in a row. Cell had an incredible search and destroy with 12 kills, and he is still frying currently, winning gunfight after gunfight. And they've taken the edge. You're up 8-6 now in lives. And that little flurry they had might have been enough, but Pred maybe makes the play. He's able to get 2. 3 lives left though now. No respawn remaining for Kenny. So it's going to be on Shotzzy, Pred, and Dashy to try and clutch up. Otherwise, this is a 3-0 for FaZe. Shotzzy now ripped out of it. Dashy is gone. Pred is the last man up, and he is out of here. As FaZe, at least for the start of MW3, will own the matchup. They're able to take this one 3-0. This team is looking very, very strong.
Yeah, and I even just the end right there, I love the discipline from Simp. He finds multiple kills. There's only 1 player for FaZe on the point. He just waits. He just stays, allows his teammates to pick that up. But FaZe in control of that one. Just the slaying. Just, yeah, pretty one-sided. I think Shotzzy and Kenny not their best map number 3. And what, FaZe, the only team to go undefeated. They lock up that number 1 seed, and now OpTic will be taking on Heretics in winners round 1 at the Major.
Yeah, that's a crazy matchup, but you get 31 and 27 out of aBeZy. Cell there 33 and 20, 6,000 damage out of Cell.
6,000 on even like Kenny, like minus light, he's still got 5,000 damage in. I mean, you're just you're putting shots in. He's got double-digit assists, but here is this series 3-0 for Atlanta FaZe.
Well, I think this is why, you know, maybe you thought it'd be a little bit different for FaZe this time against OpTic, because these last couple of years, FaZe has not been a good hardpoint team. They've been a little bit better later in the year, but that's what we've talked about time and time again. They haven't been a good hardpoint team. To start this year, they have